You are now listening to Feeding Off Each Other.
Oh yes, another one. We are almost a full cast today. We are missing a soldier.
One short of a full deck.
Another soccer bopper replaces a human.
Oh, Jason, you're so funny.
He never gets sick, right?
Never.
He never gets sick.
I don't think he's ever been sick.
You don't think he's ever been sick?
No, I think he just sometimes needs, like a day.
I'm not even convinced he's ever been healthy. I don't know. Something's going on. What is he not telling us?
We think he might have like some sort of secret life. Like maybe he has like a second job. Like how some like dads have a second family and people don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Jason's like, like a stockbroker. And he has to like fly out to New York like once every 3 months.
He's still working for Pink Bike, I think.
He is, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's just writing season 4 of Pink Bike Academy right now.
He writes under a pseudonym. It's Lace and Jukas, and none of us have figured it out.
Hey, are you? Do you have an AI intro, or am I doing it?
I don't have an AI intro.
Am I doing? Okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Welcome to Feeding Off Each Other, a weekly podcast where we feed off the talent, humor, knowledge, and awesome stories of our guests, and each other. I nailed it. I didn't even read this time. I'm Matt Tennyson, and I'm joined, as usual, by the very healthy, currently present, David Wiggins.
Thank you.
Welcome
Welcome
back. And perhaps, as usual, we are not joined by Jason, who is sick. He's has a mysterious illness, but we've replaced him, if you're watching on video, with a soccer bopper once again, with a Canadian Mountie hat. It's the closest thing that we have to Jason.
Yeah. I think he looks great, though, as a bopper.
Yeah, he probably looks as green as he does in real life.
Question, in Europe, did they call it a football bopper?
That is a good question. You know what? Actually, this raises an interesting point, because Nick Van Berkel last week, he came in here and he's like, no way, you guys have soccer boppers. Wait, aren't they called sock'em boppers?
Yeah.
And I had that what's that thing?
The Mandela effect?
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
Yeah. I think that at one point they were called the sock'em boppers, but then I think Rock'em Sock'em Robots probably was like, nah. And then soccer boppers, you're like, is there a sport tie-in? It's confusing.
I think it was always soccer bopper, but I've been saying sock'em boppers for years.
Alonzo,
so I've been
look it
saying
up.
wrong.
Look it up.
All right, well, it's sad that Jason's in here.
It is.
Because this is going to be a heavy mountain bike podcast, and Jason, big bike guy. Dave, big bike guy?
I like regular size bikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big hockey guy, though. And our guest today.
I do enjoy hockey.
Our guest today, he almost was a professional hockey player, if I'm understanding this correctly. He wants to chime in. He wants to correct me. He's making a face, but we haven't introduced him yet, so he can't speak.
He can't.
But he's behaving himself very well. He hasn't said a thing, so I think we introduce him.
You know, in the Matrix, when his mouth gets closed, like you know what I mean? That's what we do to our guests.
All right, I'm gonna introduce him. Okay.
Okay.
I guess maybe Jason wrote this.
Jason did. I panicked this morning and told him to write it.
Okay, so we didn't have one?
No.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we don't just make these off the dome. We actually write these. Okay, so just know that Jason is here in spirit. Okay. Today's guest was born and raised right here in North Vancouver and is now leading the charge of a new crop of free ride mountain bikers hailing from the infamous North Shore. Not only are they known for their absolutely insane riding and their recent edits in the know and lights out, but they are also responsible for a lot of the progressive trail building going on in the area. This person is no stranger to hard work and spends more hours digging than he does riding. But all that seems to be paying off as they can now call themselves a full-time professional mountain biker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Caleb, no dig, no ride, Holonko.
Great success.
I like that. That's pretty good.
Good job, Jason.
Yeah.
How do you rate that intro?
Give it an 8.
Nice.
We were told that asking people to rate our intros is an awkward question.
Who told you that?
Brooke told me that. Someone else told me that. I can't remember.
Brooke's never listened to this, so...
Brooke does listen to this.
I'm just kidding. You've never listened.
I've listened in the background a couple times, but God forbid I ever have to listen to this garbage. I'll leave that for the chuthers to do.
I listen every week.
How you doing, Caleb?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Yeah. Big podcast guy now.
Yeah, this is 2 in 2 weeks.
So this is your second now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
No, I did the Darko one a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Or months ago. Yeah. So I'm on 3.
It's all downhill from here.
I
Like-
know.
Like a Donnie Darko recap podcast.
No.
Oh, okay.
quite.
Is Jake Gyllenhaal in that?
Oh man, I
All
miss
right.
Jason, man. Jason, we already would have been way into this interview. Would have been all right. So let's get to know you. All right. So for the people who don't know you, who are listening right now, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you grew up on the shore.
Well, my parents,
They did a thing.
They moved here
They did it.
and they did a thing. I was born on March 20th at Lionsgate Hospital. And yeah, never moved away. Been here my whole life. And yeah, kind of a product of the environment. You know, mountain biking and ice hockey and yeah, just the usual North Shore kid pretty much.
Where did your parents move from?
My dad kind of moved from Coquitlam and my mom moved from the interior of BC.
Saskatchewan.
Not quite.
The interior.
Oh, the interior of what?
BC.
Oh, BC. Oh, sorry. It's the
Saskatchewan.
interior of Canada. Sorry, we've just had so many people on the podcast that have a connection with Saskatchewan.
Strange.
I see. So before this podcast, you were telling us what your parents do. So let's circle back and pretend that you never brought that up naturally, because I'm very curious. Do you mind if we dive into your parents' life? This is more about your parents than it is
let's
about
do
you.
it.
What does your mom do? It sounded like she had a pretty interesting career.
Yeah, she managed music mixers, producers, and basically created a website and a referral business for artists to come into the country and find a studio that fit their sound.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So she found herself working with some pretty large artists.
Yeah.
indirectly, I guess.
Indirectly, directly. But yeah, she was involved with some pretty big names.
Such as?
Usher.
Usher?
Nice.
No way.
Yeah?
JB, yeah. Usher, JB, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, nice. Gotta
And
specify.
then it goes into like the rock and roll stuff. She did stuff with AC/DC. You heard of them?
Yeah, once or twice. Yeah. Did a
Yeah.
collab with JB once, I think.
Yeah, so she did some work with their mixers and producers. So, and then
Wow, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Does she have a musical background? She play music herself?
yeah, she played guitar.
Mm.
She moved to the big city to try to make it big, and yeah, she tried her best.
Oh, interesting. And your father?
My father is a marine engineer for BC Ferries for many years, and now he runs his own marine surveying business.
Oh. What did you do at BC Ferries?
He was a marine engineer in the engine rooms and kept the boats boating.
Oh man, must be loud in there.
Yeah.
Is he hard of hearing? Because
No,
those engine rooms are like insanely loud.
the size of this room
Really?
for one engine.
How many engines are on a ferry?
I could not tell you that.
Oh, you gotta sit down with your father, ask him some
I know.
questions. So, did your parents bicycle at all? Is that your own venture?
I think it's pretty much my own venture. I do remember my dad telling me stories of him growing up and just riding their piece of crap bikes in Coquitlam through the forest or like down logging roads or something like that. But just, regular kid shit. Nothing directly related to mountain biking or anything like that, but they just would break the crap out of their bikes way back in the day.
What was your first bike? Your bike, not a bike that you were stealing from the parents?
Probably a yellow supercycle from Canadian Tire.
Oh, very sick.
Yeah, I had pegs on it.
No, pegs? Did
Yeah.
you have shocks?
Oh yeah, dual suspension with pegs, but
Lucky.
both on the front.
Two pegs on the front?
Yeah,
2 pegs in front. Did you have any pegs on the back?
no.
Okay, so did you ever like double up your friends?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was a sight to be seen.
So you pegged your friend?
Oh yeah.
Lined myself up.
Yeah, you really did.
I used to peg 2 of my friends at once. I used to put one on the back and one on the front, and yeah, we would go down the streets, 3 on a single bike.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did the neighbors say?
I think they loved it. Yeah, they were always peeking out their curtains, looking at us. Oh, look, they're pegging each other again down the street. That's great. Sorry, but okay. So you had a super cycle. Did you send that super cycle?
Yeah, it was insane. I would do like Supermans on schoolyard jumps and just like blow feet, land on the seat, and yeah, it was a mess. The thing was destroyed. And then one time I went to go take like my first ever mountain bike lesson, and I got told I couldn't ride that bike on the mountain bike trails because it was too dangerous to have pegs on the front, and I was so sad. It was pretty horrible.
That's
so
pretty good advice.
Eventually, I think I got another bike or something.
I feel like that was sound advice from whoever told you that pegs are dangerous, front pegs in particular.
Yeah, you might know him, Zach Smith from Manitou.
Don't know if I met Zach. No.
Yeah, I think he works at Suspension Works now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to shred your super cycle? Were you like trying to impress your friends, or were you just did you have a need for speed?
I think my neighbor he was into mountain biking, and so he'd have like some jumps on the road, and he'd ride the jumps.
Okay.
Anyway, we classic kid stuff, riding jumps, riding schoolyard jumps, building the jangliest shit you could ever imagine, and yeah, kind of just going bigger and learning more stuff, and yeah, that was kind of the inspiration, was just to like progress, get better at something, because I always liked it.
What was your I guess your first trick? Like on the super cycle in these days, were you learning any tricks? Were you taking any limbs off?
Oh yeah, no footers.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And I guess you grew up on the North Shore, so
Mm-hmm.
you guys are both Dave,
Mm-hmm.
Caleb. You guys are both North Shore or North Vancouver boys.
Mm-hmm. Accurate.
Yeah.
I too
I know
was born at Lionsgate.
I know
Shout
that
out.
video.
It's a classic. Everyone knows it.
Not Dave's birth, North Vancouver boys.
Right? Yeah. No, that's on a different website. My birth. It's wild, bloody affair.
Birth hub.
C-section.
You know that Dave
Cool.
grew up in the house. Oh, maybe he doesn't live there anymore. But the house that Dave grew up is now where Thomas Vanderham lives.
His family, I think,
Is that right?
ended up living there
Oh, okay.
afterwards on Deep Cove Road.
You're pretty much a mountain biker, Dave.
I'm right
because
there.
of that. You're pretty much.
Well, I didn't know who Thomas Vanderham was, and then my dad and I were on a hike in the woods, as we do, and we ran into this woman. She's like, "Oh, you got to watch." She knew my dad. She's like, "Oh, you got to watch Thomas's latest video, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, that's cute." And my dad's like, sent this video. I'm like, "Oh, this guy's a mountain biker. That's cool." And then I go to Matt and Jason. I go, "Do you guys know who Thomas Vanderham is?" And they were so mad at me. They're like, "That'd be like you asking you know who Wayne Gretzky is."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty embarrassing.
I think you actually said Joe Sakic, to be fair. Which I was even impressed you knew who Joe Sakic
What?
was.
Are you serious? Did I actually say? I don't think.
You or Jason said Joe Sakic.
Burnaby Joe.
Yeah.
That's
That was your
he's from
comparable.
Burnaby?
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Sakic. Yeah.
No
There's
way.
Joe Sakic Way in Burnaby. It's near
it's no way.
It's a big deal.
Yes way.
Yeah, yes, there is a way. Anyways.
Anyways.
Oh, there's my contribution to the episode.
Yeah, great stuff.
Back to bikes.
Yeah, back to Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, what do you think about all this?
I am Jason. I think that's a pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, all right.
Wow.
Thank you. Thanks for the input. I hope the camera cut to Jason's soccer rep. But good, we're getting the thumbs up.
Yeah.
So, all right, the early days of shredding the super cycle. Did you continue shredding bikes? Did you kind of hop around to different sports? Were you like did you experiment with like rollerblading, skateboarding, pogo sticking?
Yeah, pretty much everything. Like we were fortunate enough to have like access to all the toys growing up, like, and bikes kind of were just the one. I don't think I really did anything obscure. Like I scootered and then I snapped back to reality and realized what I was doing with my life. And yeah, mowed lawns and bought mountain bikes.
What kind of let's talk about scootering here for a second, because I had a scootering
Ooh.
phase when I grew up. Okay.
Razor boy.
Yeah, I'm a
Mhm,
big
mhm.
razor boy. You as well?
Oh yeah. Want to see these scars?
Oh yeah. Are they on your ankles?
Knuckles.
Oh, wait, what? Those are from scootering?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Bombing a hill, front wheel hits a hole, don't let go of the scooter, and just drag knuckles against the concrete going so fast.
No way.
Yeah.
Like down Mountain Highway, or we're talking Carts of Darkness?
Yeah, pretty much. 29th. 29th.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Bad.
wow. Okay, you did have a need for speed.
Mhm.
29th. That's like, yeah. That's I think I know the one. It's kind of near like Tempe Crescent. There's like, I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
super steep hill. I think that's the hill that we filmed Jason in Time to Buy an E-Bike when he approaches a massive hill and he's like, oh, brother. That is.
Wait, is this the one near Grand Boulevard? Sort of area?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different street.
It's 29th, so it's the one near 28th and 30th.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm
Street talk.
garbage.
Talking. Let's pull up Google Maps here for the podcast listeners. I'm just kidding. Please don't. That's insane. So you bombed down that, and then you completely ate shit. And how did you land like on the top of your hands like that?
It was like an over the bars crash.
Oh
like the
my God.
front wheel stopped and I just got pitched, I guess. And yeah, I didn't let go because I was a stubborn kid. And anyway,
Holy crap.
Razor boy.
That's so awesome. My respect for you is already pretty high. Now it's even a little bit higher after that. Wow. Were you with friends?
No, it was a solo mission.
Really?
Yeah, I just went to the skate park, did a couple tail whips, maybe even a double. And then, I was coming home and I got bit by some karma there.
Oh my God. Wow. So how deep into scootering did you get? Were you actually like pretty committed?
That was the last straw.
Really?
Yeah, there was like a month there where I was a scooter kid. And that ended every aspiration to be a professional scooter.
Oh man. I love scootering because it was, at this time I was biking. I had like done a couple ollies on a skateboard in the driveway, but I always felt like scootering was just like the easiest, like the barrier to entry. Like it was the easiest to learn how to do certain tricks. So I think that's why I caught on to it. And it's just so easy to pick up and you can like, take it to school, throw it in the locker room, whatever.
But you had to showboat in front of all the girls at elementary school how good you were at scootering.
Yeah.
If you could do a flat tail whip.
Never related to something so hard.
The roots run deep.
Dave, you ever have a scootering?
I
phase?
scootered to high school every day of grade 8 down the hill.
You also
Really painted yourself into a corner.
I know I did.
Hey, can you pull up rap battle mountain biker versus road biker? We got to see Dave on the scooter in the end there.
I forgot about that. I buried that in my memories.
Yeah, scooters, man. The brakes on those things are not good. They're not good.
A little back brake.
And also, they had this wicked play in them in the early days where I don't even know what to call it, like the stem or whatever, when it meets the floor, the footboard thing, it would just flex like crazy.
Mine was so bad.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know, had like the gangster lean like all the way back. Dangerous stuff.
Dude, there's nothing like an old Razor though. And then they started adding.
How about the foam grips?
Yeah.
That rotated?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The clicking handles?
And then eventually they introduced colored ones. Like you got red grips, blue grips, green grips.
I had a red one.
Red one?
Red one.
Geez, you were steezy. You had that SRAM sponsorship back in the day even.
Imagine. The SRAM scooter.
You
you guys should make scooters.
Why?
You're attached to them.
You
clearly have strong feelings about
he's a
scooters.
soft
It's
spot.
true. I do have a soft spot. I would love to make like a how to be a scooter kid or something, and just there's so much to make fun of.
I had to stop scootering because I had a latex allergy and the handles are rubber and my hands would break out into blisters.
That is the dorkiest thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
And I was on the grade 8 basketball team too, and those were rubber balls, and so my hands were just covered in blisters all grade 8.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It's the longest it's ever taken to bring up a video.
Yeah, are you on the 2.4G network there, Big Al? No. Looks good.
Huh.
Well, we'll let you figure that
Yes.
out when you have Dave.
Do you think about trying another browser?
Let us know. Anyways, so scootering, huge part of your life.
For that month.
It sounded like you were kind of a crazy kid. You like to just send it. What did your parents think of you getting up to this stuff?
It was pretty bad. They didn't like it. I was like supposed to focus on like ice hockey and not getting hurt doing other things. But like they never told me not to do stuff. They're like, just be careful, like don't get hurt. Like you got to play hockey. Like you got hockey practice at 5 or something like that. And so sure enough, I'd run off to the skateboard park with a bike or a scooter or something and get hurt, and then had to go to hockey practice injured.
Who was more concerned, your father or mother, generally?
They were both. Yeah. I mean, hockey's expensive. Like, and I kind of felt bad because if I got hurt doing something else, they paid all this money to go play hockey.
Yeah.
And like, I fucked it all up. Like, I better go play hockey. So anyway, always would show up to ice hockey with like the most outrageous road rash, like disgusting elbows and stuff.
Just
And
getting
people would
infections from your gear.
No, I was pretty good. I used
Okay.
Polysporin.
That's good.
But
Today's
like,
episode is brought to you by.
Scooters. So tell us about your roots in hockey.
from the streets, man.
Oh,
road
wow.
hockey. Our street was wild. We would have road hockey games every day after school, all weekend. Like before I even like knew how to skate, we were playing road hockey. And our street was wild. Like huge fights. We used to like throw sticks at each other, headshots. Like all the bushes on the street were like completely like flattened. It was insane. And then it evolved to street battles where our street would play other streets, and it would be like street wars. It was pretty intense.
I'm imagining that scene in Anchorman where the two,
Yeah, full
channels,
blown like wars.
there's like tridents being thrown.
Yeah, those were sticks.
Yeah,
we used to
yeah,
yell
there you go.
"Spirit Men," and then sticks would get thrown like
Were
javelins.
you using the classic orange rubber ball? Classic rubber ball?
No, we were tennis ball kids.
Tennis ball.
Because
Okay.
it would bounce higher and then it would be in the air, and then if you had the ball, like you could get hit.
Tennis ball doesn't hurt as much too.
Yeah, we were kind of pussies.
I feel like too though it like kind of helps you with like ice hockey, but then sometimes it throws you off because the physics are so different of the ball versus the puck.
Yeah, they helped with the eye-hand
Yeah, that's
coordination.
true.
That was about it.
Yeah.
Everything else was just fighting.
So you got into hockey from just kids in the neighborhood playing?
Yeah,
You just
pretty
kind of
much.
joined in?
Yeah, and then my dad played hockey as a kid and everything like that. So I always wanted to play hockey, and sure enough, played for like 12 years or something. Yeah, it's fun.
How many years between in being introduced to street hockey until you played ice hockey?
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Mm.
I was quite young.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
Really young.
you probably started skating when you were like 6 or something. 5.
Yeah. I think my parents, they didn't see a point in me playing ice hockey until I was like 9 or 10, which is late apparently.
That is late.
I never learned how to ice skate until I was in like grade 4 or 5 or something. I'm not a true Canadian like you guys are.
I'm still pretty bad at it, so.
Are you?
Yeah.
You must be pretty good at skating.
I know how to.
Yeah, he played Junior B. People care.
Junior B,
baby.
Man, I've made some jokes about Junior B in our videos. And I don't
Oh
even-
yeah.
Yeah.
I was personally offended back then. Felt attacked.
I wrote that joke. I'm like, don't worry, Matt. It makes sense.
Yeah. What was the joke? Like,
You were.
don't worry about me. I played Junior B. You know who I am?
You were
Yeah,
breaking up with your
exactly.
girlfriend, and you're like, yeah, there's just a lot going on this summer, and I got, training camp for Junior B. She's like, no one cares about your Junior B, and you're like, people care about Junior B.
Yeah, right. So what is Junior B? It's just a league
It's
or
a
exceptionally
level.
exceptionally good players.
It's a tier
It's just
down
one step above minor hockey.
and one step below, like good junior hockey.
Yes.
Or better junior hockey.
A lot better junior hockey.
Is Junior B high school? Or is it after high school?
I think it's like age 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the Vancouver Giants and like before the NHL, you're in junior, right?
Yeah.
And then you might get drafted and then you could go pro. But up until you're 20, there's this sort of like grace period where you can still keep playing hockey with sort of the younger people before you become a pro, or you go to college and play, or you just stop. The junior A would be, the track towards like potentially being professional. And then junior B is like, you're just not quite there. But
Okay,
you could
so
get there.
Junior
It's
B
for the late bloomers.
Yeah.
Junior B on top of above that is Junior A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Above that is just junior?
Pro.
Pro.
So
And-
some level of pro.
Okay, and then above that is like NHL.
NHL is a level of pro, but there's like ECHL, there's AHL, and then there's NHL.
Okay. All right. So now that we've established the tiers of hockey,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
did you think that you were going to land at one point?
Well,
In your peak.
in my peak, that had to be when I was probably 13. Who knows? I think I wanted to play college hockey, but I didn't dedicate enough time to actually playing and like developing my skill set and stuff because I was so focused on bikes that I just like never wanted to make the jump to junior A. And what else? I don't know. I just couldn't get a full ride scholarship, and all my scholarships were to American schools, and the American schools are significantly more expensive than anything here. So I basically just called it quits. I didn't want to put my parents in some crazy debt for something that I was, I don't know, half-assing my whole life.
So you were so good that you were just coasting on talent to be in junior B, but if you really applied yourself, you could have been
I didn't apply myself
There you go. So
as much as I should have.
So
my
now-
grandma's going to hate hearing this.
You can, Grandma, we love
Yeah.
you. She's a chother? No way.
#1 fan.
Oh,
Wow.
we love you, Grandma.
But when you're
Granny.
older, you can like tell like your kids and grandkids, you're like, I could have been a pro,
Exactly.
but I just didn't.
It's
Like there's
the
no
stereotypical story.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, what? Okay, we got the scooter scene up here. Okay, and here's Dave rolling up on the
Yeah.
razor. He's got the tassels coming out of the handlebar.
Am I late for the rap battle?
The helmet for 6-year-olds.
That took like 8
Proper.
takes because we kept laughing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was my big moment. That was it.
Yeah, well, Caleb was like deciding which one of these professional sports routes should I take. We were doing that,
Mhm.
dressing up in girls.
And I was watching.
Yeah, you were watching
Yeah, I've been a big fan for a long time.
IFHT films.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you remember watching of ours?
I think is it the Diablo?
Oh my god,
Videos?
yeah.
Yeah, I think the first viral one was when I first ever knew about you guys.
I'm just sorry. I'm cringing in my head and thinking about that video now.
My first one was a
If
video.
Diablo 2 was a girl, that's right.
Yeah, Diablo 3. If Diablo 3 were a
okay.
girl.
My first one I saw was a video we don't talk about anymore, so I won't reference it.
What? The first video? What on our
Yeah.
on our channel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
You know
right.
the one.
I don't even know if I know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Starts with an A.
A.
And then the next word starts with an A.
Okay, but you're in that? Oh, you
no,
mean
no,
when
no.
you were discovering us?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. All right. Interesting. There's a connection between Jason and you that sadly Jason's not here to speak on it.
Devastating.
But maybe you can speak on it for him.
Well, knowing Jason through like the mountain bike scene and obviously IFHT and pink bike videos, because he made some sick edits back in the day.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Riding the UBC jumps.
yeah.
in
Jason
Banyan
got
Park
me into
and
film.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it was 2013, maybe. He was selling a Kona Entourage, and I ended up buying that frame for like $500. It had a blown shock, possibly cracked head tube already. And that was kind of my first real freeride bike that I could throw around. Like I was just strong enough to use it. And yeah, it turned out to be a great bike. I hit Toonie drop on it with a friend filming a cell phone clip.
Oh.
And I almost separated the head tube from the bike. Like it cracked like a good inch up the weld. And I took my fork and stuff in. I took my fork to go get serviced at Marzocchi, and they wouldn't put it on my bike. And yeah, that's my little Jason connection.
Oh wow. So he sold you a bike, perhaps knowingly that there was a crack in the head tube.
I don't think he knew. He wouldn't do that to some like little kid. He's
Wow.
he's got morals.
I really don't know
I don't know
Jason.
him as well as you guys do.
Oh,
We don't know him at all.
Jason
He-
slangs bike
yeah.
parts, man. That guy's always selling bike parts. So he gave you a frame and a shock for $500. That seems like a pretty good deal.
It was an amazing deal. I couldn't believe it. And it was custom painted too, so he could have painted over the crack.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Wait, which bike was this? What color was it?
It was the matte black.
Oh yeah,
one.
okay, I remember it.
Very
Oh,
sweet bike.
Should I try to call him?
Yeah, you could call him. Yeah, let it rip.
Let's see.
So
I'm not accusing him of anything.
yeah, well, let's just make sure we go down real hard on him here. Let's
Sorry, what now?
I'm sorry, that came out wrong.
Keep talking.
Hopefully we're not bothering him. Like he's He's sick. He's ill.
Hey, you're on the podcast.
Oh no.
Caleb thinks you might have done some funny business to him.
Yeah.
Caleb, do you wanna speak to it?
Well, yeah. Look, he can't. Can you hear us?
Yeah, you can hear us.
Okay. Jason, can you hear us?
Kinda. Yeah, a little bit. Are we having a beef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's just a minor accusation being thrown around.
So, Jason, we're concerned that you knowingly sold Caleb a frame with a crack in the head tube. Can you confirm or deny these allegations?
I deny these allegations.
Good to know. I'm glad you have morals.
No, I would never do that to you. Because I know exactly what you're going to do with that frame once you sold it.
I was like
to you.
15.
Yeah, he was just 15. He was just a little boy. You thought you could get one over on him.
Well, you know, I love taking advantage of little boys, but
No.
just kidding.
Hey, Jason, we wanted to know, did you ever peg your friends when you were young? Did you ever have the pegs on the bike and you carry your friends around on the pegs?
Do you say, do I peg my friends?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Okay.
I never had a bike with pegs.
Oh. Well, then you weren't a true mountain biker then.
Did you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I've been pegging for years.
That's why we call him Pegasus.
I feel like I'm so deep in an inside joke.
You're not. Anyways, do we have any other questions for Jason, or should we let him go?
Well, I don't know. Does Jason have any questions for us?
Yeah, Jason, do you want to say anything?
How's it going so far?
Oh, so well.
It took us forever to get set up. It was a nightmare.
And
Nice.
apparently Granny might be listening.
She's for sure listening.
Okay.
She's my biggest fan.
Oh, wow.
She's amazing.
That's awesome. Did Jason die?
Okay, well, I guess I should go because I'm super fucking sick. And
What the heck is that? What the?
I think that's him
Sorry,
having a
that was-
party.
sorry, that was just something else in the other room. Yeah, I'm just super sick.
Noise. It sounded like a dragon just walked into his house or something.
did.
Anyways, all right,
All
we'll
right.
let you go. Get well
Okay.
soon.
Feel better.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh man, sounds like a bag of shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He sounds sick.
He's really adding that, like,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, he sold me.
Yeah. A bad bike.
As it went on.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, so let's circle back to the hockey, the bikes. You had to make a decision at some point because I guess when I was when first learning about you, I was told that you had the opportunity to become a pro hockey player, but you chose bikes at
Not
some
necessarily
point.
pro.
Okay.
Like I could have gone to like the collegiate level
Okay,
or kept pursuing it.
so there's another level that I don't know about called the collegiate level.
College.
College.
Okay.
And I just it was a choice of hockey or bikes, and that was the first time there was ever like the actual choice that I had to choose one or the other. And yeah, I just went with what I truly loved and wanted to do. And you know, a big thing for me was like safety. Like hockey is fucking gnarly. People just like hitting constantly, like you're not in control of what's going to happen to you. Like mountain biking, yeah, there's the variable of like a slippery route or whatever, but like you're not getting hit from behind and smoked in the head, punched in the face like you are in hockey. So I always was just like, I could do without that. Let's just go mountain biking now.
And so sorry, you just said hockey is so gnarly, and then compared to the type of mountain biking that you do, perhaps equally as gnarly. maybe?
But it seems it's about the control.
It's
for
the
him.
control.
It's the control.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yes.
you're gonna self-inflict versus someone just elbowing you in the face randomly
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a
'cause you
masochist.
looked at him wrong. Yeah.
Were you a fighter on the rink?
I was scrappy, not so much a fighter.
He was a lover
I like
on the
to
rink.
I like to score goals. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Lover.
What'd you play? What was
Center.
your position? Center. Nice.
Yeah.
Were you responsible? You get back.
Oh, I always got back.
Sick. Six in the lane.
Loved a back check. So satisfying, taking a puck away from somebody.
Yeah. Chase him down.
Hungry for it.
I'm just staring blankly. I don't know what you guys are talking
Now
about.
you know
guys,
how I
you
feel
guys are saying like
all the
hockey
time.
stuff, and then just
Back
look
check,
at me.
forecheck, paycheck.
Yeah.
What? We always talk about bike stuff, and then we look at you like, what do you think, Dave?
I'm just like glazed the whole time, like a tasty donut over here.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a couple more of those moments.
Oh yeah.
So was that a hard decision for you? I mean, you went with your gut. You said, was it as easy as like in the moment? You're like, well, I'll just go with bikes. Or did you have to discuss it with your family members? You know?
Yeah, it was my decision, but I just wanted to ride my bike. Like, it was a simple decision. Didn't have to think about it for too long. Like, once I got the email saying like, oh, you're not allowed to go mountain biking during the season. Like, yeah, it's done. So yeah,
Well,
pretty simple, unfortunately, but yeah, not much of a story on that one.
So what was next then? You put down the stick and
What was next? I think I just started building trails and riding trail bikes more. Like, I had more time and was working part-time jobs here and there, and yeah, just, use the time that I had to build more trails and stuff.
This is like 17, 18, sort of?
This
like
is 20.
20, okay.
Yeah.
what part-time jobs did you take?
Oh God, auto parts driver, landscaping,
What kind of driver?
auto parts,
Oh, I see.
delivery. Yeah.
Uber Eats.
Yeah, pretty much for cars.
Oh, wow.
And there's another. Oh, I went mining. I was a drill helper at a core sampling site. I did that for a while.
Where did you work?
In Greenwood, BC.
I
Never-
don't even know where
never
that
heard of
is.
that.
Pull that up.
It's like the meth capital of BC.
Oh.
Beautiful this time of year.
Yeah.
A lot of math.
It's in the middle of nowhere. So that was a really fun time.
Why do you say it's the meth capital? What did you see in Greenwood?
A lot of mething around.
Mm-hmm. We're looking.
We're looking at a map here. What? Oh God! What is with the network today? It's running on the water wheel today, maybe something.
Yeah.
Can you verbally explain where Greenwood is to us?
It
Yeah.
is like an hour past the Soyuz on Highway 3.
Oh, okay. So it's southern.
Tiny old mining town.
Oh, wow. So you were deep in the mines, or?
Surface drilling.
Okay.
Just change tubes of core, basically. Like, it drills a hole, you bring up a sample, you lay it in a box, and then just keep doing that all day.
What was the most interesting thing you guys pulled out of the ground? Does it just generally look like rock?
Yeah.
Yep, more rock.
Yeah, more rock. And then you hit like quartz or something, and that's where the gold's supposed to be.
Oh.
And so that was super exciting when you hit the vein, they call it.
Oh.
The quartz vein.
What were they searching for?
Gold.
Gold? Oh, really? And this is a huge company?
I wouldn't say huge.
Like, have they found a lot of gold?
No.
Not
No.
enough, clearly.
Not enough.
They'd be huge.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, what other jobs did you take?
I was like 1-800 got junk, or like Green
Mhm.
Coast rubbish. I was a rubbish removal
Green
guy.
Coast
Yeah.
with
so
our friend Eamon.
I worked with Eamon
No way.
for a little bit. That was hilarious. You'd just like go to people's houses and like take random crap that they were getting rid of. And fortunately, like, yeah, get some good side money off of that. If they were giving away like a nice refrigerator, you sell it for $50 or something.
Any lonely housewives that were trying to lure you in?
No,
Oh,
they only go for the boss.
right.
Did you throw out any secondhand scooters and swipe those?
I don't know if I threw away a scooter or not.
What about like hoarders? Did you ever deal with like a hoarder
Yeah.
house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's gross. It was really bad.
You had to go
Crap
into the
everywhere.
house and take all the stuff out, or is it just they like have all the stuff out on the?
It depends on the job.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes we do like construction sites, and like say they built a wall in the wrong place. We'd just like go in and destroy the wall and then take all the crap out. All the concrete or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, did that for a few months. That was entertaining. Worked as a line cook at Seymour too.
Mm.
Seymour Pub.
Mountain.
Mountain.
Seymour. Okay.
In the
Oh,
old
line cook.
yeah. What do you know what the restaurant
We
is
should
called?
know because we just
There's the
shot up
rock
there.
shoot, and then there's like the cafeteria.
Oh shit.
The Ridge Rock or something. Or
No, that was
What'd
the other one. The cafeteria. I don't know. We'll just call it the cafeteria.
Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
know.
yeah, I worked in the cafeteria for a winter.
Oh man,
Any dirty secrets behind the scenes there?
I don't want to know. What's
I
in
don't think so.
Okay, good.
Oh,
the?
he got fired, I think, eventually. But he was like ordering. He was a French guy, and he ordered himself like absurd amounts of duck and would take the duck home and like not pay for it.
No way.
But he was doing this for like years apparently.
Wow.
Super strange.
Just twirling his little mustache, wearing his beret, his striped t-shirt. They will never find out.
So what was your kind of attitude in these jobs? Because we've talked about this before in the pod. Some would suggest that how you do anything is how you do everything. Not an expression that I'm not quite sure if I agree with.
Where did that come from?
We were talking about it on our like Christmas special or something.
Right.
I don't know. And then it came up again on something I was watching, and someone said, in all my jobs that I took before I became famous, you know, I always thought to myself, how you do anything is how you do everything. So even in my worst jobs, I would do the best job I could, because I knew that one day it was going to be my own business. So I put everything I had into it. Was that your approach, or did you kind of not give a bleep?
No, I gave it my all every time. Like, obviously I know I'm not going to be like getting famous off of being a line cook or something like that. So, you know, I'd, you know, do my best to, you know, be excellent and get by and not piss anybody off. But it's not like I was like trying super, super hard to make the best pre-cooked chili.
I mean, there's only so far you can go with it, right? Like,
yeah. But I always, you know, thought I was a hard worker and, you know, did my best to, you know, impress, I guess.
Oh, well, you're a nice young man. No wonder Granny's
My granny
proud
says
of
that
you.
a lot.
I just disagree fundamentally with that expression.
This.
You would disagree?
Yeah.
Why?
Because your degree of effort will be in direct relation to your passion, right? So you hear a lot about people that are really successful that did terribly in school, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And so you could say, oh, how you worked in school is how you're going to, and there's not always a correlation.
Yeah.
But if you build good habits doing whatever you're doing, like there's value to that, but it's not a one-to-one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a nice thing for like a dad to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like help motivate you to do shit, but on balance,
So now let's fast forward. You worked any other awesome jobs before we move away from this? What was your most recent job? You were
As a marine mechanic.
marine mechanic, or what? Someone said a longshoresman. Is that what?
Longshoreman.
Longshoreman?
I speculate. Someone said he worked by the water, and I said, was he a longshoreman? And I think Jason went, yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I just repaired people's boats.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah.
any real nice
Lots of
yachts?
Lots of real nice yachts.
Really?
Yeah.
Any lonely housewives on yachts?
No, but one time there was like some hookers down at the dock, and they were
Hooking?
telling me to be safe because this guy has a gun,
Oh.
and he threatened to kill them
Oh.
on his boat.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that was so those are the lonely housewives.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Anyway,
word of
bad
mouth at all.
scene.
Yeah.
They were Russian,
Ooh.
and they had
Where were they rushing to?
Yeah.
Sorry.
the police station.
Yeah, probably. Hey, you almost beat me to it. Come on.
I almost did. But I let it go.
Well, that's exciting.
Sir, was this like a
dang.
yacht guy?
Yeah.
So he was probably some like Russian oligarch too.
Who knows?
Have you seen that massive yacht that's just living in the Lonsdale Key?
Yes.
Whose is that? Get him on the pot.
Steve.
I think it's
Steve?
the owner of C-SPAN or something.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Some big wig at C-SPAN,
I-
and that's his little yacht. Apparently, there's a bigger one.
It says little yacht.
Yeah,
Little
only
yacht.
Little
one,
yachty?
only one
Mhm.
helicopter pad.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
it, hey? Jeez, times be rough.
Bummer,
Holy
dude.
smokes!
You know what always bums me out is the idea that someone could just like gift me a yacht or a giant house and then I couldn't afford to just own the thing that someone gave me. Like immediately you just have to sell it.
Yeah, I mean it's like winning a car on The Price is Right. You
Yeah.
got to immediately pay the taxes or whatever.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Although they don't have those laws in Canada, surprisingly. The prize, like you don't get taxed on prizes in Canada, but you do like 50% in the States.
Is this true?
Mhm.
Caleb, you ever won any prize money for a mountain biking event or hockey event?
Not taxable.
Not taxable.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
And that's a different type. That might be a different type of prize if you're in like a sort of professional competition versus like a game show. I don't know.
Segue into Deep Summer Photo Challenge where you
Mhm.
did win some prize money. What a beautiful segue right into these videos that people apparently won't stop talking about because, well, a lot of people have seen them, and this is you doing the thing you do best.
Yeah.
Going absolutely huge on mountain bikes. We got to pull these up. So wait, which one do you do the, oh no, you're not.
This is
you
the
don't,
Deep Summer one.
Yeah.
That's the newest one.
Okay. All right. I want to peek through this one. Just let this run there. Yeah. Can you turn down the music a bit? Because we're going to get a copyright strike so quickly. Okay, so tell us about this project.
This project was kind of Kaz's brainchild almost. So he texted me, "You want to flip the train gap?" And I just replied with one little thing that just said, "Sure."
We do have that. We do have that.
Have that one?
We have that screen cap.
And then obviously I'm like, okay, only if it's safe. I gotta, make sure we do the proper shit beforehand to make sure that I'm not gonna nuke myself. And yeah, so that kind of started that. And yeah, I just kind of had to fill it up with filler footage. And fortunately, that Rutherford lily pad was rebuilt by the Into the Nar guys.
So you just decided to jump the whole damn thing, and all your strategy was just go fast as you can and hope you don't eat it.
Yeah, I went quite fast, but not fast enough.
Not fast enough because you thought that you were gonna case and go through the wood.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody's ever gonna do that again? Because I feel like you do things that just no one else does. You do things like that just look impossible.
That's the point.
That's the point. So you're trying to do non-repeatable stunts.
I want to do stunts in weird places that aren't that are just so niche, gnarly, and precision that it's hard to recreate that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we got the text conversation up here.
Yeah.
This is with Kaz.
Yeah. I have a stupid idea and I want to gauge your interest.
And Caleb says, "Ha ha ha, let's hear it." Kaz says, "Would you flip the train gap if we rebuilt it so that it was flip friendly?" Caleb replies,
"Sure." And then who's building it? Because I didn't want to sign up for a crazy build. I didn't know what it would be.
That's a great question. Yeah. Who's building it? It's implying I'm not building it, but I'll do it for you. You're putting the ball in his court. Love it. And then our friend was keen to build it. So then you said, "I'd like to be a part of it." Dope. It would. And then Kaz says it would be most ideal if you scoped it and talked it through. Yeah. Kaz suggests that maybe you go look at it.
Yeah. Which safe bet.
And then this the last message here is you saying there's no way I'd trust anyone to build that other than myself, which I find very interesting.
Dude, I don't want to have any faith in anybody else for that. I want to know exactly how it's built. I want to know the takeoff, the whole setup, the run in, whatever. I want all the variables to be controlled.
Yeah.
To as much as they can.
No builders out there that you would trust.
Not to flip a train gap,
no.
Other than myself. They're not going to hurl themselves off of it.
Big Al, can you pull up the phone clips that we have? I think we have. So, okay, let's pull up these pictures because we have it. Can we show these? These are all good?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, because I mean, this train.
It's been rebuilt since this.
Oh.
Yeah, we took it down immediately after because I don't want that on my conscience.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at the lip that you built, and this is above a dirt kind of platform. Is that dirt platform the original takeoff?
Yeah, exactly. So the dirt platform, there was just a few sheets of plywood and some structure holding it 6 inches off that, I think. You can look at old photos of it. But yeah, and it used to extend out past the cliff edge there, another 5 feet or so. So we brought it back 5 feet and then went 5 feet higher to avoid that G out that was before it. You'd kind of come off a rock face and then you'd G out onto the lip and then you would skip across the gap. So we negated that and built the structure so that it didn't have a G out and you just ride down the run in and then straight off the takeoff.
Question, what's a G out?
When you're compressing the suspension on your bike, very hard.
and the G forces kind of are making you want to fall away from your bike.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, tell us about this photo.
That is the first one I did. And yeah, there's me upside down flipping the train gap.
Yeah, this looks a lot safer than hockey.
Dude, crash, you only take one hit. You take like 20 hits in a game of hockey. Oh,
I've seen someone
there's
take
the carcass.
Oh, okay. So this is you tearing down the ramp after.
Yeah.
You didn't want anybody trying to replicate what you did.
No. No. I don't care. Somebody could go flip that and I'd be so stoked. But I didn't want anybody to do the fall off the end thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super scary thing to watch. And like, I don't want to have that in the back of my head. Like, you want to go hit this, rebuild it.
What are you
do
talking
you
about
can.
for those who don't know?
Some guy fell off the train gap and got severely injured.
Well, yeah. And now there's a documentary on him.
Great video.
So his name's Tonmo? Tonmo? I guess he's from Europe somewhere.
Yeah.
And visited the Whistler area to go do this train gap. And what did he do? He's clipped something.
There's a rock before this photo that's up right now. And he clipped his pedal and like just blew his feet off and then lost all his speed and didn't have enough speed to clear the train track gap.
And he fell off the end to the tracks.
Yeah.
Straight onto his legs.
Yeah, and he was a huge recovery, like told he was never going to be able to walk again and stuff. Like, and while I was doing this, people are telling me like, "Oh, have you seen that video?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
no, please don't tell me
No
about that."
value to that.
No. Like, the last thing I want to do is have any doubt in my mind that I'm not going to complete this task.
Yeah. How far of a fall was that? Do you think? I mean, has anybody actually measured this thing? So big. I don't know how you measure it.
So in the original Coastal Crew footage of like Kenny doing it and stuff, I think he said it's like 12 down, 45 out.
12 down?
Yeah. 12 feet down, 45 out to the landing.
Okay.
Not to the train tracks.
Yeah,
though.
okay.
So the train tracks, man, like how tall is a train? Like,
Yeah, like,
I don't
like
know.
30
dimensions.
feet, 25 feet, 30
Yeah.
feet, something like that.
So
Tall?
Yeah, 25. I don't know. What, you train expert over here?
That sounds really
Yeah.
tall for a train.
25 feet.
Tall.
I don't know, man.
that's
I'm
a
just throwing
big
numbers out there. We could pull that up. We have the technology.
yes. Yeah. Anyway, it didn't happen to me. Did everything to negate anything bad like that happening.
Yeah.
And I
Around 10
didn't-
feet.
Yeah.
10 feet for a train? That's it?
Yeah.
I
It's
said
like
25
they're not
feet.
that much taller than you're standing once you're on them, right?
Mhm.
And they're a bit off the ground.
That was way off.
He's 40 feet. Easy.
Dude, I'm terrible with
They're
measurements.
just like swaying in the
absolutely
wind.
terrible.
That's all good.
All right, well, this is just insane. Are you happy to be on the other side of this? Never have to.
Never again. Yeah.
You're never gonna do it again.
No, why would I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
No,
mean,
like,
you've already done the gnarliest thing you could on this.
But
Do you think?
yeah.
So
That's why we cut it down, because I like sent the invite out there to anybody that was like super gnarly in town and wanted to ride this, and everybody's like busy doing crankwork stuff, and so no one else other than came to ride it.
yeah,
What's his name? Famous GoPro dude, Killian Braun,
oh yeah,
French guy or whatever.
Yeah.
He hit it on like a 140 mil travel XC, like light enduro bike or something, and like blew his pedal up, his cranks. He landed it, like, but he nuked his bike.
really.
Yeah.
Upon impact landing.
Yeah, he cased it pretty good.
Oh man,
Yeah.
really?
Because I think he was hanging out with the week before that and got wind that we were gonna do it, and I don't know, why not let him hit it for his like mega video or whatever he's doing. So yeah, there was just us three that wrote it.
Can you play that clip? I think this is. So I think what we're gonna watch here is this is when you successfully landed it. The first and only
Yeah.
time.
First and only time. No. Yeah, this is the land. There's the camera there.
We have audio on there. Oh, all right. Playing it back. Man, what are you just? This is like the epitome of huck and pray.
Oh yeah. Eric.
That's
Screaming.
Lorne.
Yeah. the hype man.
Oh man, I don't know who's more excited in that in that scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, not to take away what you're doing, that's insane to drop in and commit to a backflip, but just to be there with a camera is nerve-wracking too. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Man.
If I do backflips, I usually transfer to the left while I do them. So I told them go on the right side of the landing because generally I'm going to float a bit left.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Why does that happen? Are you not looking straight back, or?
I think it's because from like digging and trail building and stuff like that, the left side of my body, just from using a shovel so much, is like quite a bit stronger. So when I pull more dominantly with my left hand.
Oh.
So it kind of brings me just a little bit over. It's not a perfect science.
Okay, so that was you successfully landing the flip. That was your second attempt.
That was the old second attempt.
And
yeah. Learn from my mistakes.
We have a spicy scoop here. You're going to share with us for the first time ever on the internets your first attempt, which was a bail.
As you may not know, you need to go faster when you flip stuff. Some people don't know that. And
why is that?
I made the mistake. Rotating backwards, you pull, and then your body and whatever, it kind of creates a sail and you lose a little bit of momentum.
Even when you're going this fast, it still slows you down, I guess. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Oh, fuck.
Fatality.
We're good.
Oh my goodness. Run that back one more time.
Yeah, it's violent.
Oh, fuck. God.
But I didn't hit any trees.
You all right?
Yeah, thank God, man. Were you fine after that?
Yeah, I got up and did it. I broke a spoke, tied it up, hiked back up, and just did it in the next hit.
Oh my God, you're a madman. Can you like get a freeze frame there, right on the case?
Oh,
right
yeah.
When the,
yeah.
Right when
This
the
is gold.
Oh
Full
man.
There it is.
Yeah.
So did the moment you took off, did you know you were gonna come up short? Or you just have no idea?
Yeah, I kind of could feel it. I just made the mistake. Yeah.
Dude, I can't even like, it's hard for me to even believe I'm like sitting here with you. You're the guy that did this. Like you were upside down over the train
that
gap.
I did it. Like it's wild. You get in this mindset and you're like, yeah, I can do it.
This is an even scarier freeze frame because it's like you almost look like you haven't made it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I came up a good
Oof.
2 feet short.
Wow. If you
'Cause,
just wow.
The run-in is super flat,
Mhm.
and like you just have to pedal your ass off into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's one of the gnarlier bails you've taken?
That one is definitely gnarly.
But no injury other than a
No.
spoke.
Yeah.
Have you had
Fine.
any gnarly bike injuries?
No.
Really?
No. I've been like concussed.
No, I'm knocking on wood here. For
Yeah,
you.
please.
Yeah.
I've like chipped some bones, but other than that, I've been pretty good.
Wow.
Fortunately,
Any teeth missing from hockey?
no.
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 Wow.
One time I passed out after getting a head rush standing up too fast and blew out my teeth. I got a couple fakes,
Oh,
a
really?
couple chiclets missing.
Wait, a head rush where?
Like I just stood up super fast after like not eating or drinking water all day filming, and I
Like-
just passed out.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Yeah.
At home?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Holy smokes.
Dug my teeth into the floor.
Yeah, I like
Bad
that
scene.
your gnarliest injury is blood sugar related, not
Yeah.
like flipping.
That's wildly impressive that you have not hurt yourself.
Okay.
That
this
is
one's
insane.
nuts.
You
This
got
is,
something else for us?
Okay, for gnarly crashes, I don't have the crash clip, but I have the results of what happened. And so I was riding opening day at Air Rec Center, and I'd played hockey that day and done a whole bunch of other stuff. Super tired and was just kind of like goofing off on the dirt jumps. Blew a hand off, went over the bars, put my wrists down, and my wrists kept sliding. And then they eventually hooked up, and then my chin started sliding, and then my lower lip,
Oh.
got sucked underneath my chin, and it ripped the inside of my lip out, and there was just like a chunk of the inside of my mouth hanging out.
Oh.
It was disgusting.
All right. Well, this is a pretty bad bike related injury.
Yeah. So I was in the
I've
hospital
actually
for a
had
long
something.
time.
I had a similar injury. While you're pulling that up, I'll tell my story. I was at the Whistler skate park, and when I was in grade 7, that's 7th grade for all you Americans out there, and there's a teeter-totter that I wanted to jump off the end of before the teeter-totter went down. My dad was watching from the sidelines. I was just riding on my own. He was just walking around, and I just went over the bars. I didn't pull up enough, and I landed straight on my face. I had a half-shell helmet, and immediately just knocked out cold. Broke my one of my front teeth in half, and I landed kind of similar to Caleb, I guess. My lip got sucked like that underneath my chin, and I had a huge gash in my lower lip, inside my lower lip, and yeah, long story short, had to go to the Whistler Care and get it scrubbed out with one of those like fine teeth brushes, and plenty of needles in there for anesthetic. And I got 14 stitches inside my lower lip, and then I got a really bad fake tooth for years. Like all of high school, I had this like brown tooth that you could just tell it was fake because it was the lightest color they had at the moment. It made me feel good because it made me feel like I had white teeth. They said, this is the whitest we can go.
Yeah,
You can't match your teeth.
So I think this photo is from the day after.
Oh, this is your lip.
Yeah.
Your huge lip.
Absolutely enormous.
Wow.
So I think that's the worst one I've ever had. And my like face was all swollen up in different spots. Like I don't think they gave me an X-ray, but like I probably fractured something. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know. It doesn't look
hurt.
Doesn't look as bad as your razor knuckles.
Yeah, those weren't bad. Those were really bad.
Oh my goodness. So you got a fake tooth then?
I got two.
Which ones?
Left front and the one beside it.
Oh, they look pretty good. I would never know. Interesting.
They were expensive. Thanks, Dad.
So do you like? How do you deal with like always having to one up yourself? Like, because now you've done this crazy shit. You just turned 26. Happy birthday! I belated yesterday. Sir. And jeez, yeah, you got a few more years to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's hard to like set a goal and be like, oh, I'm just gonna one up myself. Like, I don't think about it like that. I just kind of see this progression rate, and I just want to keep going with it. And like, if something, like the train gap needs a new lip on it, and well, I want to flip it, like I'll do something like that. But it's not like I'm like sitting there searching for the next crazy thing or whatever. Like I'm always just doing crazy shit.
So what does your day-to-day look like? Like, are you up in the mountain building trails every single day? Or are you
pretty much?
What does it look like?
Yeah. Right now, like I got to fix my friends' trucks and my trucks and stuff like that. So I usually spend half the day fixing trucks, and then the other half of the day, like building trails. Like we got to, like Kona has the permit for Boogie Nights, or the sponsor for Boogie Nights. I have the permit for it. And so like we're doing a reroute on there. So I spend a fair bit of time there right now. So it's almost done. And yeah, doing some suspect stuff in the forest and building features all the time. But yeah, my day to day is usually just like trail building half the day, or riding, or trail building and something else.
Boogie Nights, it's come a long way. It's a wicked trail. I guess you had a lot of involvement in that then.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big community effort.
Yeah.
Like there's 5 of us that are kind of sponsored by Kona, and we've been trail building for a long time. So we just kind of did what we wanted last year and made it how we thought the trail should be. And yeah, I guess I did have some heavy involvement in it. Like I was there almost every day for like 5 months.
Wow.
Only for like an hour or two, but like still, it was a lot of work.
And is it currently open? Because my
Yes.
understanding was that it was built. It's like pretty big. The jumps are pretty big. I guess it's North Shore's only
jumps are
jump
too
trail.
big.
I don't know.
So-
Did it
yeah.
get shut down and people we had to kind of dumb it down a bit, or?
The only thing that was dumbed down, like the hitching post got removed, and the hip had to be not on the main line of the trail, like the main big jump on it. So we had to build a new trail beside it and twin it so that the double black jump wasn't on a black trail. It was a legality issue. So that was like why they were mad. Plus we had a huge jump jam that was super illegal, and like beers were being drank in the forest.
Oh, yeah.
There was no permit whatsoever. There was like over 100 people there. Like it was amazing. It was very fun. But yeah, we got a pee-pee whack after that.
I think I saw a gnarly bail there too. Was that the day that Fraser?
There's like 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, multiple
Oh,
ambulances being called. It was bad.
Oh, that's not good for.
Dude, the Shores never had like jam energy. And
Yeah.
So all these people that have never been to a jump jam or like something of the sorts, like got into it and like just sending their meat like no other.
Yeah. Feeding off each other, if you will. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Big Al, can you pull up this other video? So In the Know. So this is this is a pretty cool thing to be a part of, because there's a lot of iconic names that have been a part of this series.
Man,
and
pretty crazy to be a part of that.
Yeah, and I was very stoked to see that you were the most recent. So I assume you filmed with Mindspark and with Nick and Aaron?
Nick, Aaron, and Dunkerton.
Okay. Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
okay,
he came
so
out
what
for
was it
third
like
angles.
filming with those three?
Man, it's hard to like describe filming with those guys because you grow up as a mountain biker and you watched all of their videos religiously, like the Bible. It's crazy how much I've spent like hours and hours and days of time watching In the Nose and What's Next and all those crazy Paul Genovese videos and stuff. So it was just such a cool experience to hang out with like these guys I've like idolized as legendary mountain bike filmers.
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard to get better than this, right? Like everything is just perfect in their films.
Yeah.
And at this point, they really know how to film mountain biking. So here you're hitting the Toonie drop for not the first time. This must be what? How many times you hit it by now?
Well, I hit it. Well, I'm off a different entrance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Wow. I didn't even notice that. Okay, and you make it look so smooth.
Yeah.
You make it look like anybody could hit it.
That drop sucks. It's just big and iconic. It was a good opener.
So I didn't even realize that you were taking another entrance on it. Well, like, how does it, like, I wonder about this. Like, there's some features that I recognize and I can, immediately see, wow, that's nuts. But then there's a lot of stuff that no matter how you film it, something is lost, right? Like the height,
Yep.
the length of the gap, whatever you're doing, there's something is lost. Like, I don't know. Do you feel like, is it frustrating when something doesn't come across? Like
Yeah. Yes and no. Like, I'm not in it for internet validation. I'm in it for like the history of the sport and all that. But like doing stuff on features that people know and like have been to, like the lily pad, train gap, tuning drop, etc. It gives like this perspective of, I guess, relatability. Like you've been there, you can stand on it. It's this physical thing that you've seen. Yeah, it doesn't really frustrate me at all. Like I know what I've done. I know how big it is. I know how spooky it is. And like, yeah, I don't need to prove it to anybody.
Yeah. Well, it's just sometimes the scale is not there, and I see something, I'm like, oh yeah, wow, that looks crazy. I'd love to see that, and like that must be really scary feature. And then you go there, and your mind is completely blown. And you're like, this is like twice as big than I realized.
Yeah.
So what's happening here too? This might be one of those things that I don't realize how scary that is.
Yeah. So that's on Lower Boogeyman. And yeah, it's just a pole on the side of Lower Boogeyman.
That
like
is
when you could ride past Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
On the left. Yeah. There's just a greasy root that you pop off of and land on a rock face.
I'm going to have to check it out and have my mind blown. And this is a really cool thing. Is this a unique thing that you built for this video?
Yes. Yeah. This is my own creation through the location of Margus Riga being Margus Riga and going in the middle of nowhere and finding it. Like that thing's like an hour and something hike away.
Really?
Yeah, it took like a year to build.
No way.
Yeah.
What do you have to build there? Obviously, there's that wooden ladder at the top.
Yeah, and like, well, you need a run out. Like you're going, you can't touch your brakes on the rock. You need to go as like the perfect speed and whatever, and then you have to be able to ride away from it, which is bonkers because you're just flying down it. And like, you know, at the bottom of a rock face, it's rarely a slope. It's usually flat. So you got to dig all the crap out and build it properly and make it smooth and I don't know, up to standard, I guess.
Yeah.
So that you can not die.
You build it all yourself?
Yeah, usually like I got help, like a little bit of help here and there from friends.
Yeah.
But like most of the time it's just me being a psycho and just hanging out in the woods.
What's the vibe out there when you're alone? Are you listening to music?
Yeah. I don't like to suffer in silence. I really like listening to music. I get creeped out if there's no music.
Yeah.
And it's like so far out there. Like in that case, if you're going that far, like I usually try to get a friend with a dog to come the first time so that the dog can go like run around and sniff around. And like there's like a cougar that has a den out there. Like the dog's going to find the den.
Yeah.
One way or the other. Like he's going to track the scent and like bark at it or something. So I don't know. Nothing really went off when I had like a couple dogs out there, and it was like, okay, I guess I can be out here by myself now.
And do you listen to the music with like headphones, or you have like a speaker?
Usually a speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes
Smart.
sometimes I'll be a headphones guy.
Yeah.
Speaker wards off the spookies.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And then also doesn't like block you in so that you can't hear something
Yeah.
creeping up on you.
Yeah. Sometimes I have the headphones in when I'm riding, and yeah, I'll be out there alone, and I'm checking my six.
Yeah.
You
for
listening to AC/DC out there at all?
No.
No?
Oh, actually, yeah. No, there was some AC/DC.
Yeah,
I've gotten back into it again.
You got any AC/DC stories?
Yeah. This one's pretty cool. Give myself a pat on the back for this one. And, you know, thanks, Mom. She had AC/DC over for a dinner party
What?
when I was like 8 years old or 9 years old when they were in town recording one of their albums. And yeah, she's like, don't play the guitar. Whatever you do, don't play a guitar. And like somebody hands me a guitar and I start playing Thunderstruck. And Brian Johnson, when like, I guess when the vocals come in, he just yells, "Thunder!"
No.
Like, at the top of his lungs. And he is so loud. And I just froze, like starstruck, shock, like insane moment. And yeah, so that's a pretty cool AC/DC story.
You could play Thunderstruck when you were 8?
I think I was probably like 9 or 10 or
Okay.
something. I took
Still.
guitar lessons.
That's impressive.
That's the one that's like
It's all like, what do you call that? Tapping?
pull offs, pull
yeah.
offs, something
I
like
can't
that.
remember what that's called.
That's something
Yeah.
else. That's what
I
you
used
do
to play
alone.
that, but not very well.
Yeah, I clearly was not playing it well. I had to cut it down there. Get enough of this kid. But yeah, crazy.
Just
moment.
over for a casual dinner. What'd you guys have for dinner?
10. I don't remember. We probably had
Taking
salmon.
white
We probably
spot.
had salmon or something because I don't know if you get salmon in New Zealand or wherever they're from, Australia.
Wow.
Do any other famous people come for dinner?
You gotta actually think
lots.
Lots?
My mom's probably gonna get mad at me for saying this stuff.
Why?
I don't know. She's secret.
She wants to keep it on the low.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
she's-
Granny's gonna love it though.
Granny always loves it.
Yeah,
Granny
it's fine.
always loves it.
Her love will outweigh the mother's disapproval.
Yeah, country star like Dallas Smith.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't listen to country, so I didn't know. I just like shook his hand. And
Yeah.
I was older at that point. I think I was like 16 or something. I'm like, hey man, what's up? And then just went away. Didn't even think about it. And then I told some people at high school or something the next day, and they're like freaking out.
Dylan Smith, pull him up. I want to see his face.
Dallas.
Dallas. Sorry. Dallas Smith.
Dallas.
I also want to see Dylan Smith. Just probably a cool guy.
I feel like we know what Dylan Smith. Dallas Smith.
He's
Might
Canadian.
even not,
He's
that might
Canadian.
not even be his name.
No, that is his name.
Oh yeah.
There he is.
Okay.
There he is.
Nice.
So he's different than the other country stars because he's got tattoos.
Yeah, he's different than the one I'm thinking of, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. My
Well,
mom's a cool lady.
Who
She's
else?
done
Any
a
other
lot of
name
cool
drops?
stuff.
Name drop them.
I'm not name dropping it.
Ah.
I can't remember anybody else.
Well, that's.
Oh, what? The lead singer that won the game show when In Excess.
Oh,
JD Fortune or something.
Yeah, that's his name. I watched that show.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
I think he was there one time.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there. Anyway, there was a whole bunch of people, but I was like super young when the stuff was going on, and those are like the only ones I can really remember. We didn't have Usher over, unfortunately.
What about Lil Jon?
Ooh.
he used to start playing guitar again. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Super cool part of my childhood.
yeah, wow, interesting, interesting childhood. What did hockey provide you for your mountain biking career? Like, is there anything that you borrow from that life?
Durability.
Yeah.
Strength training.
Strength training.
I don't know. That's just the thing.
Being able to take a hit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I guess work ethic per se.
Do you train?
No.
I
mean, I do.
He
I
digs.
I go to the gym, and like, try to be healthy.
Yeah.
And like ride my bike. But most of the time it's like just like little weights, not trying to get freaking huge and stuff.
Yeah.
You know those
But
like
I don't know,
pink those pink
I got
dumbbells?
upset at those, man.
Yeah, they're sick.
He's just got pink razor grips with no.
I can't use those. My hands will just break out into blisters. So.
Well, yeah, I wondered, like, this is a lot of hard work to freaking go hiking out there an hour at a time just to then get to their spot and then dig for a few more hours.
Yeah,
and
you
then
bring
hike out.
bring a spare change of clothes because you've sweated everything out and you're just like wet by the time you get there.
He also built up those hockey legs, which are helpful for pedaling.
Yeah, I got good quads.
Yeah.
Mm.
Quadzilla over here.
Yeah, well, I just wonder, like, where you get your longevity from. Like, how do you keep it going? I guess you're a young boy, so you you just have it within you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm stubborn, and I'm willing to walk an hour and whatever into the forest to pile some dirt.
Yeah,
it's so stupid, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
the end product is pretty cool, I think.
When are you happiest with throughout all this stuff?
Oh, just like I don't know. I'm a pretty happy guy in general. Like, it's all fun to me. Like, I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't fun. And yeah, I think like riding something that I've built is like the peak of where I'm happiest.
Yeah, that's got to be satisfying. What build are you most proud of?
The Boogie Nights one.
Yeah,
the Boogie Nights one is just like it's leading a bunch of kids in the right direction of like what new modern good trails could be like, with like steep corners and flowy jumps that are rollable, and it's just like it was done by so many people that are so like rad and cool, like locals here, and it's just something that we got to share, right? Like, lots of the stuff I build is like one-off psychopathic shit in the woods, or like jumps that are locked with a chain.
Yeah,
like there's not much sharing going on, and like, yeah, I'm super proud of that stuff, but like having Boogie Nights open to the public, like people traveled from around the world and they're like, yeah, we went and rode Boogie Nights. Like, I met some guys in Utah that were from Chile, and they're like, yeah, we went to the North Shore or whatever, and like we loved Boogie Nights, like such a great trail. And like they're riding it in like the most blown out summer conditions when it's just marbly and kind of sketchy. And that's a really rewarding
That's
feeling.
great. Yeah. Hey, Big Al, I want you to bring up the dynamite roll, which was in the know.
Yeah.
Right. We were talking about something else when this came up. This is just like insane, because this is one of those things that I do know. I have ridden it myself, and then of course you had to one up and do the thing that no one else can repeat, and you did it well. So what did you do?
I crank flipped the dynamite roll.
Can you explain to my to my mom what that means?
And me.
You spin the pedals backwards and catch them, one rotation.
In the air.
In the air.
Okay, I think it's at the very end here. And bring down the music. Yeah, you did. Yeah. So, whose idea was this? Yours?
Yeah, I've wanted to do this for a couple of years, at least. Probably 3 years now. I wanted to do this, and like this video is like filmed over the course of like 2 years with like another year building it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this has been a mega project because I've had to do so much other stuff. Plus COVID hit and it kind of nulled the whole thing.
You catch that,
For a
Dave?
bit.
Mm-hmm.
Catch that crank flip?
I saw it.
What do you think about that?
I could crank to that all day.
That's insane, dude. That is insane. What happens if you don't catch the pedals?
Yeah, you're getting castrated.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You're getting ripped and torn.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta catch the pedals.
So what's running through your mind before that? Are you pretty concerned? Are you feeling really confident? Because I mean, this is the last thing. So I take it as this is the biggest stunt, the most weight. I don't know.
Yeah.
Save the banger for the end, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it has the most weight, and it's like one of the more technical things in the video. But any one of the clips could go in as like the banger per se. But like the way this is shot is so nice, and like you get the big perspective, the gorgeous forest, and the tight shot of the crank flip. Like it's an unbelievable shot by Nick.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
And like if you watch, Tyler Moreland pointed this out to me. But you watch the slow-mo clip, and you might want to full screen it so you can see it. But started at a little bit back. There's this, watch my hands. Death grip, fingers off the brakes, death grip, pop, crank flip, catch, fingers on.
On the brake.
Yeah. Like I like take them off, do the crank flip, get them on while like in this sequence. Like it's pretty cool.
You don't even realize you're doing that.
I had no idea.
It's just muscle memory.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, that's interesting. Like when I do tabletops, I've struggled with keeping my finger on the brake sometimes, and it gets in the way. When you do, I don't know, any trick, are you fully off the brakes?
Definitely the front brake.
Yeah.
Like especially doing tricks, no finger on the front brake. Just because I come from like the dirt jump background where I just never had one.
Oh yeah, okay.
But having like my back brake finger, like it's usually just death gripped. Yeah.
Any like particular tricks that you're working on, or like something that
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want you to spoil anything because I know there's secrecy here, but
no, it's mostly just maintaining the tricks I can do.
Okay.
Like I had like this like a little slope style career going for a while in my teenage years. And like I had a lot of tricks, and it's mostly just kind of like doing those enough per year so that I don't forget them, so that I can do them on like said feature. Like I just don't want to lose what I am or what I've got. Like, yeah, don't want to lose it.
Well, so I feel like in the last year, maybe year and a half was really big for you. I feel like you kind of turned on a switch and you fully went for this like mountain bike career.
Yeah, well, I quit my job to do this.
Okay.
I quit my job and like just went for it because I've had the skills and whatever, and I just needed the time like to finish this video and like be able to say, yeah, sure, I'll go flip the train gap, Kaz, and then like just to put days in to go film stuff and do other projects. It was really helpful just to have no schedule other than like mountain biking, which is a tough decision to make. But at the same time, when am I ever going to be able to do this? Why not now? Like saved up just enough money to get through till the fall, and like, yeah, just basically sent it the whole summer.
Do you wish that was a decision that you made years before? Or?
I was trying to, but then COVID hit.
Oh.
And then, moved out of my parents' place and just like had no other option. And I like had to work, and and I had to stay safe too. I didn't want to get put in the hospital while the pandemic was going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of held me back a lot.
And so, how's it working out financially? Is it how's being a pro mountain biker?
Yeah, super rich, dude.
Oh damn! ACDC's over for dinner tonight.
He showed up in that Rolls Royce, so that was crazy.
We got getting into PJ later. Gonna go down to Mexico.
Oh, nice! Not bad.
No, it's really nice just to be able to focus on biking and trail building and doing all this stuff that I've wanted to do for so many years, and like actually get down to the nitty gritty of it and make it all happen.
Awesome, dude. Well, I was super fired up to see you just going for it, and it really came through with everything you're doing. So,
I'm so thankful it went like this well, and like all the support I've had for like many years from different sponsors is like, I feel like I've finally given back to them after they've given so much to me. Because I kind of went for a while without making a bunch of videos, and I was trying to be like, too cool for school and stuff like that, and like remain like super core and underground.
Yeah.
And now it's like, what's the point? And like one of my good friends, Scott, he's like, show the people what you can do. Like no one knows other than like a few of us that can like ride behind you. Like nobody knows. So now it's like, all right, let's make videos and like just not sell out my riding, and like, I guess I don't know how to put it. Yeah, just show the people what
You're
I
not
do
being
all
precious.
the time.
You're not being precious about it anymore.
Yeah.
You're just like, here it is.
Yeah, I guess so. But doing it in the right way, where it's not like
Yeah.
some crap video that's like,
Yeah. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that for sure. I mean, there's such an art behind making a video like this, from the trail building to the actual filming itself.
It's like my life's work.
Yeah.
Right? Like that is what I've been working towards for like 5 years at least.
Have you ever been a part of like a kind of like feature length mountain bike film, like a 40-minute kind of?
No, never.
No.
I did. Eric Lornock's Alchemy.
Oh yeah.
Alchemy 2. I was
Okay.
in. But that was like homie video.
Sure, it's not
But
like
it
a
is-
neural
it is a
disorder or
movie.
something.
Yeah. Bring it back.
Is that?
Bring it back?
That would be awesome. You think they'll bring it back?
I would love it, man. There's just too much of this high production, like scenic stuff going on. Like back to some raw clips of dudes ghost riding bikes and trapped in cages on trailers.
So what do you think is not so cool in mountain biking right now? Like,
I mean, it's all cool. Like people are getting out there and doing their thing.
yeah.
Like, I just want to keep doing my thing.
Yeah.
I don't really want to judge other people for what
Okay.
they're doing. Like
That's
you
fair.
do you.
Well, what about like how do you go about filming? Maybe I don't know if we'll have to cut this, but how do you go about filming illegal trails? Because I mean, a lot of this is like stuff that isn't sanctioned, and but you're kind of doing it respectfully, I guess, in some way, and also you tear these things down after, so other people can't. I don't know. It's just Can we talk about this or no?
Yeah, I mean, like they're there. It's no secret anymore. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not telling people to like go ride this trail in this location. Like, I'm not really giving anything away here. Like, a lot of this stuff has been in tens of hundreds of mountain bike videos on the internet now.
Yeah, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you see the same thing where there's a stunt somewhere out there in the world, and you see hundreds of people riding it, posting it, and then one day one person posts the same stunt, and then they're pretty much like canceled. And then they're made a bad example. They're made like they're the example, and they get in trouble for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I don't know. It's an interesting kind of dynamic.
Yeah, it's confusing. Like, it's a hard thing to navigate, and fortunately, like, I haven't been called out for anything like that yet, but you never know.
Well, you are absolutely nuts, and I appreciate that you.
Thanks, man.
You know that you're a psycho. You've said psycho a couple times, so I'm just glad you know, and we're all in the know now.
Yeah.
Shall we play this or that?
We should.
It's too bad we don't have Jason here.
I know.
But anyways, we'll get through it. Okay, are we doing?
We doing a game show
We're doing a game.
Mm-hmm.
on the show?
You ready?
Yeah. Are you gonna do the intro?
Yeah, I've never played.
Oh, yeah.
Explain.
Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. This is clunky. Are you gonna say the things?
The this or that things?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I don't think
I'll do it.
I think
I'll
you
do
should
it.
do it.
Yeah. Heavy mountain bike language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 I don't feel like I could articulate it with the enthusiasm it requires.
Okay. Here we go. You ready to play this or that?
Am I on a time clock?
No.
Okay.
All right, it's that time again, folks. Time to play this or that. The game where you choose between two radically different options, either this or
That.
you got it.
Yeah, buddy.
Understand the rules? Perfect. All right, sound man, play that music. Turn that down a little bit. That's okay.
Wow.
Would you rather flip the train gap or flip Brutus again? Which we never talked about. Damn it.
Flip Brutus.
Rampage or Joyride?
Rampage.
Crashing into a tree or crashing into a rock?
Rock.
3-drop or flip drop?
Flip drop.
Smelly biking gear or smelly hockey gear?
Hockey gear.
Jumps or drops?
Jumps.
Building dirt jumps or building wood features?
Dirt jumps.
Rock rolls or rock drops?
Rock drops.
100 laps of Lore Ladies or 100 laps of Boogeyman?
Boogeyman.
Flats or clips?
Flats.
X-ups or bar spins?
Bar spins.
Bar spins or no-handers?
No handers.
26-inch or 27.5-inch?
27.5.
Winning the Stanley Cup or winning Rampage?
Stanley Cup.
Ovechkin or Crosby?
Ovechkin.
Slope Duro or free Duro bike?
Ooh. Neither.
You gotta choose one.
Slope Duro.
This is this or that. Photo shoot or video shoot?
Video.
One hand X-up or 1 foot X-up?
Whoa, one hand.
Hand built or machine built?
Hand built.
Disc golf or ultimate frisbee? Oh, we stumped him.
Disc golf.
Ice hockey or street hockey?
Ice hockey.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way. Okay, wet trails or dry trails?
Dry trails.
Metallica or Slayer?
Metallica.
Metallica or AC/DC?
Metallica.
Tacoma or Yaris? Yaris? Little Caesars or A&W after post-ride at Parkgate?
A&W.
Digging for Reed Boggs or digging for Emil Johansson?
Reed Boggs.
Skinnies or wall rides?
Skinnies.
Over-rotate or under-rotate a flip?
Over-rotate.
Tables or whips?
Tables.
Digging in the desert or digging on the shore?
Desert.
Interesting. Rona shovels or Home Depot shovels?
Rona.
Blocking a slap shot in a spot with no padding or going over the handlebars?
Over the handlebars every time.
All right. That's
a
this or
great
that.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
That was good.
Digging in the desert.
It's so easy.
Yeah?
It's so easy. Everything just, other than like the one layer of white rock, everything just explodes and you can make whatever you want.
Oh.
As long as you add water.
Okay.
But here, like you're battling like a puzzle of like roots and rocks and like you got to like untangle it and just like cut and pickaxe.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Crazy. Like,
Yeah,
the
that sense.
The desert, everything is just right there. And there's no trees.
What's that white rock that you're talking about?
I think it's like, what is it?
Lime?
You know,
Was that
lime
quartz?
or something? Might be quartz.
Is that quartz? And then we know the gold is near.
Yeah.
No, the gold is near.
Yeah, a couple things we didn't get into here. You dug at Red Bull Rampage, so you chose Reed Boggs over Emilio Hansen.
Emil
Digging for
didn't
him.
know how to dig. Like,
Oh,
Emil like had no idea how to do like how to build a trail because he's just been
he just rides.
He just rides. And it was like he'd never ridden a Rampage style event. Barely spends any time on the DH bike. We had to build a pretty conservative, safe line for him. Whereas Reed's this year, we were like, okay, like if this goes to plan and you want to do more on this than you've done in your run, like you could podium or win. And so we were trying to build something that he could possibly win on.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a better group dynamic with Reed's and yeah, less safety involved.
We almost stumped you on disc golf or ultimate frisbee. That was
Okay.
your biggest pause.
My girlfriend plays for Team Canada Ultimate Frisbee.
Oh, wow. No
But-
way.
Personally, I would rather play disc golf. I can't change direction that fast. Ultimate is horrible for your body if you're not used to it.
What was that?
You're just spinning all the time.
You're spinning, changing directions, like really bad for the joints,
Oh, yeah.
especially the knees, man.
Yeah.
I would play in just like a rec beer league or whatever, and every single week I'd have a new sore spot or injury, and like that doesn't happen with like hockey or mountain biking. I've just like never been like a running sports person. It's always been skating or bikes.
Yeah.
Running around and changing
A
direction.
lot of
abruptly.
hard stops and pivots and twists.
Yeah,
and-
that's hard on the knees
yeah.
for sure. shovel tips. Do you have
Shovel tips.
Shovel talk. Yeah, this is a personal question of mine. What's the best kind of shovel? What do you go for before you're gonna spend a whole day digging jumps or trails or whatever?
Oh, that's a pretty broad question.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you might have like you got to go for this kind of shovel from here.
mean, yeah. Generally plastic handled because you're leaving it in the woods.
Okay.
But like the wood ones have a good flex to them, so they're better for packing. So you get a good whip to it, and you don't just like blow out your wrists right away.
Interesting.
Yeah, it runs. It's so deep.
What's your like tool of choice?
Pulaski?
Pulaski?
Yeah, fireman's axe.
Oh yeah. Okay. The Pulaski.
Pulaski.
I think I learned a new word today.
Sounds like an old-timey police officer.
He's my favorite director.
Come in here, Pulaski. Oh, that should not be your favorite director.
No, he's not.
Oh, yeah.
And then flipping the Brutus gap. Actually, we never even told this story because this is how I first started to know about you. So Brutus gap is this, I don't know, it's a road gap on Cypress, and it's pretty scary. I haven't done it to this point. I think I could do it. It's just within my ability.
It's super, super good.
It just within my ability. So, I'm 31 now. I still haven't done it, but I've been thinking about it for 10 years. And Caleb has backflipped it. No, yes, backflipped it. Yeah, you backflipped it. And my favorite part about when I first heard that you did this.
It's the first one there into the woods.
Oh, this clip, great.
At the end.
So you had our friend Chris Clark filming.
That's right.
And he came back and told us that Caleb just flipped the Brutus gap, and he also didn't tell any of us that he was about to flip it. He just did it. He said, "All right, I'm going," and I wasn't even like set up for it or anything.
Yeah, I think I did 4 run-ins on it, and I'd like never hit the Brutus gap until this day.
Really?
Did 4 run-ins and boom.
Oh, a little tag.
Yeah. So if you go to the takeoff clip, I put like a tiny lip on it, and it was pretty much built only out of sand. So my back, it might not get good resolution on it, but anyway, back wheel just like blows through the takeoff. So it turned into like half of a flat drop flip. So I got like the front rotating, and then the back just like plowed through the takeoff. So it didn't get any pop. So I just fell out of the sky doing a flip.
And is it true that you didn't tell anybody you were going to do that?
Only Max knew. And he was filming straight on, and he was super hungover and blew the shot.
And then Chris Clark got the shot.
Yeah, and then Chris had his red, thank God. And then also like Rigo was supposed to come shoot it, like photos, and like he just didn't come because he thought we were just riding Brutus.
Yeah, he just wrote a story about this, or I saw some text maybe in an Instagram story.
Oh yeah,
how he felt like
right.
he blew the opportunity. He heard some kid Caleb was gonna hit the Brutus, or no, he just rode by and he saw you guys hanging.
Yeah, I think he came by after or something. I don't know how it was.
Yeah, he came by. He was like, "Oh, what are you guys up to? Oh, you guys are hitting Brutus. All right, child's play. I'm out of here."
Yeah,
and then later in the day he heard that you flipped it, and he thought, "Damn it, I should have shot that." Yeah, so why didn't you tell anybody?
I thought they knew.
You just told
because Max was like leading the whole thing, and it was our video together, and yeah, he just didn't tell.
Okay,
Chris or anything.
The old hungover A-cam. All right.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta have B-cam.
But yeah, that thing is one of the scariest, but most mindless things I've ever done. Like you just had to get upside down, and just go for it. But
you crazy, crazy man, you crazy, you banana.
Anyway, that was like 5 years ago now.
Yeah,
wild.
Time flies.
Maybe
Man.
not 5
Well,
years.
I am excited and equally terrified to find out what you cook
2019,
up next.
That's 4 years, not bad.
You even know what's next, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
Oh boy,
it's large. There's a bunch of stuff.
Well,
Slowly chipping away at the next project.
And when might we see whatever that is?
Yeah.
Who knows? Could be a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely it'll be this year, just because I have the time nowadays to
Nice.
get it all done. But yeah, we'll see. I just need to find jumps, man. I got so many tricks and like cool stuff to do on jumps, but we don't have any real jumps here other than like a couple hips on boogie nights. It's like those aren't jumps to do tricks on.
You learn your heel clickers yet?
I used to be able to almost do them, and I'm not flexible anymore.
You DM'd me. You said you wanted me to teach you. So
Yeah.
I feel very good that I can teach Caleb something. It's my
Like,
one.
what do you do with your wrists? Do your wrists
With
stay in
your
the
wrists?
same spot, or do you like rotate your wrists forwards?
No, your wrists aren't doing anything. I feel like all you do is you just like
You got some good flexion.
you just fully have to like spread your legs so that you miss the bar ends, right? So
Yeah.
you're just trying to like max do a split in the air, and then you just fully. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe I think you drop your wrists a little bit to
Okay.
lower the bars. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah. I'm teaching him how to do tricks, Dave.
I gotta play around with those.
How do you?
You know who's
Okay,
really
all right.
good at them? Jeff Gulovich. Insane
Is he?
heel clickers back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen him do one. Mark Matthews has some good ones too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark's got some really good ones.
I love heel clickers.
Such a-
Underrated.
Yeah. Have you ever done a bull rider?
I don't even know what that is.
One-handed heel clicker. You just ride the bull and do the heel clicker.
Oh, I might throw that down on the airbag.
Should.
I don't know if I'll do it in dirt. Now, okay, we could talk for hours, but we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah, version 1.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
you're always welcome back. That's it.
That was great.
All right. Well, this is feeding off each other. Do you feel metaphorically full?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very satisfied.
Yeah.
Satiated, actually.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's good. You feel like you had a whole dinner with famous guests. That's what you're used to, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
ACDC.
It's not quite AC/DC, but yeah.
We're maybe JD Fortune level.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We were supposed to read some reviews and listen to some speak pipes today, but we forgot, so we'll do that next time. But
What were we supposed to?
I don't know. It said it on the show notes, but leave us a message,
yeah.
speakpipe.com/feeding off each other, and leave us a review, like, and subscribe, all that shit. All right. That's it. And as always. What do you think, Jason? How was the pod? I think it was a good one. Caleb, you're a legend.
I'm really sick.
Yeah. You're the man. You're psycho.
Thank you for listening to Feeding Off Each Other. Please subscribe for more great podcasts.